Welcome to the next Blast from the Past series video. Today's video is what I'm calling the Tale of the Purple Plymouths. Sounds so dramatic. First up is my 1971 Plymouth Superbird. This particular build is the 71 Plymouth Roadrunner. It was an MPC Erdl kit numbered 6282, and it's in 1/25th scale. Now, this is the 1987 edition of the kit and is known as the fictional 71 Superbird because in reality, Plymouth only built the real-life Superbird for the 1970 model year and never produced a 71 version. However, the folks over at MPC included custom parts in this kit so modelers could build a fictional what-if 1971 Superbird. Now the box art for this kit, and I'll show it up here in the corner of the screen, featured a bright yellow or goldish yellow 71 Roadrunner on the front cover. Now the kit came as a 3-in-1 option kit that allowed you to build the vehicle in 3 configurations: stock, drag racing, or Superbird. The parts to build the custom Superbird version included a unique protruding front nose cone and the signature massive rear wing, but it was modified to fit the curvy 71 body style. It also required you to cut out a section of the body's lower front valance so that you could attach the custom arrow nose. This kit also featured the detailed 440 6-pack engine, and this specific 87 release is highly famous and sought after by vintage model collectors. The original mold for the 71 body was later permanently altered to produce 1974 Roadrunners and movie police cars. And because the original tooling was modified, this 1987 kit was the last time the specific 71 Superbird concept would ever be produced. Well, from the factory molds anyway. For me, I built this kit sometime around 1988. I don't really remember what the paint color was called that I used for this kit, but I was going for plum crazy, if you couldn't tell. I didn't really miss it by a whole bunch. Maybe a shade or two. This kit was also built before I discovered bare metal foil. Aww. So, all of the window trim was hand painted with Tester's silver paint and a not so small brush. 1988. That year was kind of crazy for me as there were a lot of changes happening in my life. I was in the process of transferring to my first shore duty station in Maryland, and frankly everything from that time period is now just a blur. Transferring from one duty station to the next it's a very chaotic time for any service member. The logistics of having to pack up your stuff and move it and get a truck and all that other stuff, it's a lot. There's a lot there. But it's just one of those things. Now, notice the build style of this car. That was back before I even discovered that a primer coat is a good thing to have under your base coat. And so this paint was shot directly onto the plastic, and the mold lines were not very well taken care of, and you can still see evidence of their attempted removal. The overall kit itself turned out really well, and I really like the stance of the car and the big fat tires on the back end of it. Up next is my rendition of a would-be sports car. It's the AMT 1997 Plymouth Prowler with the trailer. This kit is in 1/25th scale. It's kit number 8588 and was released in 1997 to commemorate the release of this unique car made by Plymouth. Now, the Plymouth Prowler was phased out after the 2002 model year because its parent company, Daimler Chrysler, officially retired the Plymouth brand in 2001. Originally launched as a niche halo car to revitalize Plymouth, the Prowler was rebadged as a Chrysler for its final year before being discontinued. It had only sold 11,702 units total over its entire run. Now, back in 1998, I test drove one of these brand new Plymouth Prowlers at a dealership in Virginia Beach, Virginia. For what it was a snappy little car with a huge price tag. If I remember correctly, due to the dealer's additional markups to the MSRP of about $40,000 car, the sticker on the one that I test drove was asking something in the neighborhood of $100,000, which in 1998 was totally unheard of, especially for a domestic car. For my build here, I used the tester's highly popular paint called Black and Blue Pearl. This paint was released as part of the tester's famous Colors by Boyd signature line, which was a collaboration between testers and legendary hot rod designer Boyd Coddington to give model car builders access to authentic high-end custom automotive finishes. Now, this paint did have a few distinct characteristics. It was officially called the Black and Blue Pearl, a rich pearlescent dark enamel formulated to shift visually between an intense deep blue and a metallic black depending on how the light hit it. Some builders back in the day would sometimes spray this over a gloss black that caused the black pigments in the Black and Blue Pearl. Wow, that's a lot of blacks. To be more pronounced. For me, I sprayed this paint directly onto the plastic because back then, like I said before, I hadn't discovered the advantages of having a primer coat under the base coat. And it was also before discovering the use of clear coats. Now, I built this kit right around 1998 while living in Virginia Beach, Virginia. And the paint, man, the paint still remains just as shiny as the day I laid it down. As you can see, I still have the original decal sheet that came with this kit. It consists of 4 different sets of license plates, and that was it. Back then I had a lot more time on my hands, and as you'll see throughout this series, a bunch of the kits in my collection came from this era. Now, I know this car isn't really purple, but it's darn close. Well, this wraps up my Purple Plymouth video. I hope that you enjoyed my history of these builds with you. If you like this video, please take the time to click on the thumbs up, hype, and share buttons. It helps the YouTube algorithm to share my content with other like-minded folks such as yourself. If you have any questions or comments, please write those in the comment section below, and I'll be happy to respond to you as soon as possible. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, or if you like, you can drop me a line at scaleautoguy@gmail.com. If you want more videos like this one, make sure to hit the subscribe button below, and make sure to ring the bell so that you'll be notified when I post new videos. Thanks for watching another Blast from the Past video from Scale Auto Guy's Workbench, and I'll see you on the next Blast from the Past. you.